This week's video is graded using the Enhancer's plugin of Premiere Pro. Please use promo code FilmGrains at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. This video is film emulation Kodak Gold 200, chosen from their long and extensive list of film emulations you can use on any video footage. So for 10% off, please use promo code FilmGrains at checkout. So welcome folks to what is a beautiful misty morning. This wasn't my intended location this morning. I was actually heading down to Bournemouth to do a Art Deco shoot because there's going to be a cloudless sky today. The summer has returned in the UK, thankfully. And it was just going to be a blue sky, cloudless day, and I wanted to go down and do some Art Deco photography. But while I was driving down there, I'm about 20 minutes from Bournemouth now, in Hornton, I think it's called, and I'm sure this is called Hornton Tower, I think. But I just sort of come across this location while I was driving along. I have seen it before, but I just couldn't resist it with this mist that's sort of sat on the grass as it is at the moment. It just looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to get on and take my first shot now because the mist seems to be moving that way and away from my scene. So I'm just going to get on and take this first shot. So sorry about that, just had to get my first couple of shots in the bag. So what I've done composition wise here is I've seen this tree, which I kind of like. I'd like to have got it all in, but I can't stand far enough back because you could probably hear from, well, behind me, or behind the camera, is quite a busy road. And of course that's, I can't stand in that. So I've sort of gone back as far as I can against the fence to get this. So what I've done is I've framed this tree to one side of the image. I haven't got the whole tree in, I've got half of the trunk, and then I've got the tree as it sort of arcs over the top of the tower in the background there. And then of course you've got this lovely mist in the bottom of the valley here, and then of course a tower in the background. And I've taken a couple of shots obviously without any sunlight on it. The sun is due up any minute now. So what I'm hoping is I can catch that first sort of lick of light onto the scene here, including the tree and the tower, and into the valley, because this mist here will get burnt off pretty quickly, I should imagine. So I'm hoping to catch her, just like I said, I've got a couple of shots in before the sun rises. I'm now just going to wait around a minute till the sun rises and take the last two shots. Shooting with Gold this morning. I've metered in, shooting at ISO 200, so box speed on the Gold. I've metered in and I'm getting there's about 5 stops of dynamic range going on here between the darkest areas in the tree and the lightest areas in the sky and sort of the fog. So well within the range of the film. And I'm shooting at sort of f22 and 1/3 is giving me a second. I didn't want to get into 2 seconds and 4 seconds and all that, and sort of reciprocity failure and all that sort of thing, although it wouldn't be massive on that sort of time. I just wanted to stick in nice easy f22 and 1/3 at a second. So I'm going to wait for the sun to sort of hit this scene now, and then once it does I'm going to re-meter again and take my last 2 shots. So it is absolutely typical that over there is some beautiful mist up against the trees there. There's actually a telegraph pole sort of sat in the middle of that, which just looks absolutely beautiful. And I am half tempted to walk back around and get my 1 to 200mm lens for my Lumix to shoot that down there, because that is beautiful. And it's really typical that over there is the tower that I'm shooting, and the mist is no longer there. It was beautiful, sort of quite thick mist in the bottom of there this morning, and it's just sort of drifted its way down there, which is about right for me. Oh well, never mind, stuff I gotta do about it. And I'm still just loving this, and like I say, the light is just beginning to peak now, or it's just rising and burning its way off through the mist there. Yeah, so just hang around a bit longer. I'll get these last couple of shots in the bag. Sun's up now, so I'm just going to re-meter. It is sort of sat behind a bank of mist, which is in the background. Just looks like a big old yellow ball of fire over there. I'm not casting much light, but I am just liking this painterly light that is casting onto the scene at the moment. So I'm going to re-meter again just to sort of check where I am. I don't think it's really changed much, but what I'm concerned about here is the mist is getting burnt off pretty quickly. Where it's sort of gone over there, it's only been a few minutes, and that mist over there has already sort of started to dissipate, which is a shame, because that looks really beautiful over there. It's just lack of a focal point, I think, to be honest. Perhaps, like I say, if I had a longer lens, I could just sort of pick elements off in the scene there rather than trying to capture the whole thing. Just don't think it really works. So it's just a shame that I've lost the majority of my mist from my scene that I'm trying to shoot, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to get on a re-meter now and just see what we got. Okay, so having just sort of re-metered, the darkest area is the tree here, is sat at 7 1/3, and then the lightest area of the scene is sort of sat at 12. So I've got the view stops the dynamic range there, but again, it's sort of within what the film can take, and I'm not too fussed if I lose some of the detail in this tree. The main focus for me is the build in the background. I'm just using this tree to sort of frame the shot really, but I'm going to get on and shoot this now, because obviously this mist is only going to disappear, it's not going to come back. So I'm going to get on and just change the settings. So I'm going to go f32, and that's ½ a second. So I'm just going to dial that in now, get these last couple of shots taken. Right, so that is f32 1/3 is ½ a second. So let's get on and take this shot. Just do a test shot first. All the blades are closed, everything's working fine. Let's get on and take it. So that's it then, folks, for this one. This is a real short video for me especially, but I did, like I say, it was an impromptu stop really. I just sort of was driving along, noticed the scene and just thought, I actually drove about ½ a mile down the road before thinking, no, I've got to turn around, I've got to take this, because I didn't want mist down at Bournemouth anyway. What I want, like I say, is clear blue skies, so I'm not fussed about getting down there a little bit later and capturing it when the sun's a bit higher in the sky and it's a bit more harsh. But yeah, I just couldn't resist sort of stopping. So just a shame that that mist didn't stay around for me, but it's what it is really. So I'm glad I've captured it. One roll completed. If you enjoyed this little video, please leave a like to it. Always appreciate that. Subscription to the channel means an absolute massive amount to me. It helps me out massively. And yeah, please leave a comment below. And from, well, Haunted Tower, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.